Hey everybody, how's it going? So not too long ago, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Remake was shown to us in the last Nintendo Direct. Well, I say shown, but we didn't really see anything at all, actually. We saw maybe like 2 seconds of presumably in-game footage. I don't think it was even clarified that was in-game footage. Basically, it was just a teaser. And considering that the game comes out this year, it's interesting that they don't have like a specific release date yet, or any gameplay, or really any news about when they'll show any of that stuff. Hopefully in the next couple months. I think September would be the absolute latest, but I kind of doubt it would be September. Normally September is the month for like a general Nintendo Direct. So hopefully maybe we see more next month or in August, but who knows. But basically, I just want to talk about what I think the next remake could look like. I mean, obviously we already know what it looks like from that 2-second clip that we saw. But I want to talk about how the actual game is going to be different or improved, either with the gameplay or the world or the story, anything like that. So I'm going to start with art style because we already saw that. I think the art style looks great. It was definitely a little strange at first when I first saw it, but I've kind of warmed up to it after watching the trailer a couple times. I think it pretty much looks like how I envisioned a modern Ocarina of Time to look, and falls in line more with what the original intention of the art style to be. So that I think is great so far. As for the actual gameplay, I feel like they're either going to go two paths. One, it's a more refined version of the gameplay in the original game, so it's pretty much mostly the same controls, it just feels and looks better. Or they completely do an overhaul of the combat. I'm not really sure what that could even look like for a game like Ocarina of Time. Maybe we'll see more weapons, different shields, maybe different styles of combat. And if that's something they go for, I'm not sure how I would feel about that, honestly. I think I would prefer them to stay more in line with the original combat, maybe add a couple more extra things, maybe different techniques you can unlock, like how in Twilight Princess you can get the hidden skills. But as far as the combat goes, even if they kept it pretty much the same as the original and just made it look and feel smoother, I would be totally fine with that. But I would also be interested to see what they would want to add in addition to that, as long as it doesn't change a bunch of stuff for no reason. For the actual world, I think this game could definitely do better with a more expanded world. I think Hyrule Field can be larger. Maybe there can be a couple more towns, more people to talk to. Basically just at a larger scale. I don't think it needs to be fully open world, but just a bit larger. Especially if you want to recapture that feeling from the original Ocarina of Time, where it felt just like an open, not quite open, but a larger world at that time. So I think basically just expand onto what they already have in the original, just add more. As far as side quests go and for extra stuff to do, again, I think just adding more. I don't think there's really anything they should change per se compared to the original. I think just adding more would be very nice. Like I said, they can add more NPCs, add more side quests, maybe more weapons, more tunics to find, maybe, and just more things to do in this world that people have fallen in love with, 20 plus years ago. I guess 28 now. That's crazy. And of course, when it comes to the soundtrack, I think we all expect it to be fully orchestrated. Full symphony orchestra, of course. That's going to sound amazing. It's going to sound very, very good. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, I don't think in general they don't really need to change much of anything from the original. Just add more. That's what I would prefer. I'd prefer to add more, expand more of what's already there. There's already a good solid base to work on. Why change it? But yeah, that's all I really would want from an Ocarina of Time remake. I don't think there's really much more I'd want. I think I would want a master quest as well to be included, of course. And I'm pretty sure that's something that they will do. I doubt they won't include it. That would be crazy if they don't. I mean, if they don't, I'm sure it'll still be great. It'd just be kind of weird. But with the Ocarina of Time remake in mind, and that coming up pretty soon, that begs the question, will there be a Majora's Mask remake? I am personally a huge fan of Majora's Mask. Don't get me wrong, I love Ocarina of Time. I grew up with that game. I played that game many times. I probably beat it 15 times or something like that. Something crazy. But Majora's Mask, I absolutely love. Just because of the complex world, the complex characters, the interesting side stories and side quests. And it'd be very, very easy for them. Well, I wouldn't say very easy. It would be easier for them to remake Majora's Mask with already the groundwork done with Ocarina of Time remake. It would be a lot of the same characters, a lot of the same models and all that stuff. So I'm hoping after Ocarina of Time remake, they do a Majora's Mask remake. But we have to hope that the Ocarina of Time remake, 1, performs well, and 2, is actually like a good remake. I really hope that it's not just another reskin like Ocarina of Time 3D was. Don't get me wrong, I love Ocarina of Time 3D. It is great. And it is a great way to, back then, bring an older game to a modern audience. So now we're in 2026, and just doing a reskin again isn't quite going to cut it, in my opinion, because we already have Ocarina of Time 3D. We don't need Ocarina of Time, but it looks better. I want them to add more stuff. I want them to expand stuff. I don't want them to change a bunch of stuff, but I want the game to be a new experience, not just the same one we've gotten for the past 28 years. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. See you guys later.